this here is my F350 custom that actually lives up to its name. That is my other F350. I bought that for the F700 project. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and if all goes well and it's not too wet, we'll be putting that cab onto the F700. This cab came from California. There's literally no rust, a little bit of surface rust, like, yeah, you wipe that shit off, it's like, just surface rust, man. Just, there's no actual thick rust anywhere. But yeah, no, this is rust free. It's freaking unreal. California, who would have thought?
And she's on. Forklift don't sound too good. We're running out of gas. Oh, well, there goes our barbecue tonight.
Alright, I'll go get another bottle. And as for the barbecue, John, how many trucks have we got here?
Yeah.
Right? Do you think I've only got one gas bottle? Okay, so the cab is now on, nice and straight, parallel with the chassis. Front end's moved forward, and like any normal person, I've made a mistake, or something I didn't know actually, and that is that the F350, 250s, the cabs are not the same as an F600, F700, etc. So basically, what I had to do was the front guard, where you'd normally have the front guard finishing about here, about there, and then it sort of comes down to about the top of that, and this part here would normally be up to the door. That part there would be up to the door. I had to use this part here, sort of bring that over a little bit, as you can see, once it's over. So basically what it does, there's a section here, I can't really show you, you can probably see it on that side over there. There's a section over there the F600s don't have, and that inner guard that fits all out to the cab, where here it doesn't. So technically, I've given myself an extra 5 inches of engine bay space, which is probably not a bad thing. Yeah, I don't think it looks too bad with the extra 5 inches. It just means that I've got to make a bonnet anyway because I don't have one, and there's no parts for this in Australia. Right, you won't yeah, well, I don't think you'll find any parts for an F600, F700 here in Australia. Yeah, so yeah, got to make the bonnet anyway, which is sort of like a curved bonnet. But hey, it's getting there. It's getting there. There you go. Oh yeah, and that's all what's. Just grab me a gentleman jack. These things are freaking nice. That's all what's left of the F350. So I'm going to be using that differential on the other F350. That's got a 373 diff ratio. So I checked that out on the back there. There's a plate. And the diff ratio is 373, which is what I need. And the the F350's got a 4.5 or something, 4.6, some stupid thing. Anyway, so I'm going to change that, and also we'll be doing 4-link with airbags. The airbags are actually out of Camworth, so they're pretty large. They're 10-inch, 250mm, something like that, in diameter. So I'll be doing that very, very soon. I've looking at this thing here every day for the last few weeks really made me sort of work out how I'm going to do it. Nothing what's out there, what I've seen, so follow along if you want to see me add some pretty large airbags where the all the weight is distributed on top of the diff, which is what you want. See, even the leaf spring, all the weight is distributed on top of the diff. There's not much space there, and don't forget, there's no tray or anything, there's no weight on this at the moment, so there's not much space there, so you can imagine how big those airbags are and how I'm going to do it. Well, follow along and you'll see. And it's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, she's very soon I'll be taking the cab back off. I've made it's only a temporary sort of plate here, as you can see, a bit of a C-channel, and then that part there was off the chassis, and I've cut that off with the mounts to bolt up, and I put a bit of plate there on the sides just so it doesn't slide off, because in your driveway here, I don't know if you can tell, you can see that, keeping in mind that the truck here is on an angle as well, because this part is on an angle going facing down. A bit of an angle there, but anyway, just so this cab doesn't slide off, that's what that's all about. To finish it off, once I know exactly how far forward and back it's got to be, then I'll weld a plate to the top of this. Like, I'll be welding a plate to the top over here, all the way down, probably covering up this whole area, choosing a few holes which are already existing. I don't want to drill any extra holes if I don't have to, and I'd rather have an extra 100 or 200 grams in steel than reaching over to something over here if I had to, instead of drilling extra holes. So yeah, it should be good. Oh yeah, still got to make the front cab mounts. Still got to do that. Now those ones there off the when I had the Dodge Ram on there. I'll put a picture up so you can see what I'm talking about. The Dodge Ram, I had to get rid of that cab. Yeah, I had nowhere to put it. I'm just totally out of space over here, and I try to sell it cheap on Facebook, but yeah, no one inquired, even sort of, even a low ball offer or some shit, nothing at all. So I ended up bloody just taking it as scrap metal and got myself $50. Anyway, we've got to get this thing here happening. So yeah, no, she's a nice clean truck and I like it.